Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushua, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushua, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders and great millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, teaching the truth and sincerity. Shalom to the Israelites scattered abroad. And shalom to the 1/3. And this is going to be a brief show. You know, it's the hot topic. You know, dealing with teachers and shepherds and things of that nature. But a question was posed, who taught us the scriptures? And an answer was given that the Spirit of the Lord taught me the scriptures, denying the fact that you have teachers. You know, the scriptures say that faith comes by hearing, and hearing of the word of the Lord. Now, the Most High didn't speak to you directly, and Yahushua didn't speak to you directly. So who did you hear the word of the Lord from? Teachers. Plain and simple. I'm going to get a couple of scriptures. And this is going to be a case closed type thing. You know, we don't really have to speak about the apostles and elders because their work speaks for itself. We ain't got to speak about brothers because brothers' works speaks for itself. The work speaks for itself. There's nothing to say, you know, bring out their credentials, because the work speaks for itself. Our work speaks for itself. The brothers that's laboring in this faith, you know. So this is Proverbs 9:9. Yeah, I'm in the hood, and it's Proverbs chapter 9. Verse 9. It says, give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. So, this is basic, man. This is basic. Like I said, I'm not going to speak about the apostles and elders' credentials and brothers' credentials, because the work speaks for itself. They're doing what they have to do concerning the faith, concerning the flock. They're feeding the flock like Yahushua told Peter. So it says, give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will yet increase. Proverbs 10:17. He is in the way, it says, verse 16, the laborer of the righteous tendeth to life, the fruit of the wicked to sin. He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that refuseth reproveth error. And it's evident those who refuse and gets reproved, they error, not knowing the scriptures. They prove themselves to be novice. They prove themselves still to be babies in this faith, not have a certain understanding of wisdom. And it's not even that they don't have the understanding. The thing is that they're proud. That's what it is. It's pride. And their pride is speaking, is blinding them from the faith and from the truth, from the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, from the simplicity in Yahushua, from the basics of the scriptures, the milk. It blinds them because of their pride and their ego. That's why certain jakes can't get this thing, or they don't stay in this thing. Alright? Because of their pride and their ego. It blinds them from the basics, the milk. Alright? So it says, now let's get to the point. Like I said, it's going to be brief and short and a straight cut. You know, because a brother quoted Acts the 8th chapter. Right? He quoted Acts the 8th chapter. And it spoke about the Ethiopian eunuch and how he didn't understand certain scriptures, and Philip had to teach him the understanding of the certain scriptures, which was a clear cut. That was the case closed. All right, but these shows are for the flock. These shows are for the brothers, for the elect that might have misunderstandings or may not know or have answers to these questions That's why these shows are being done. These shows aren't for these niggas. These shows ain't for the proud, for the boastful, for the ego trippers. You know? These shows is for the little ones, the flock, the pasture. But this is the clear cut. This is the case closed. Alright? This is Luke. Chapter 2. This is Luke chapter 2, verse 41. 40. Slakia. I'm in the wrong chapter. This is Luke chapter 2, verse 41. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. This is how we prove the age of Yahushua. And when he becomes a certain age, so-called birthday. And when they had fulfilled the days as they returned, the child, Yahushua, tarried behind in Jerusalem. And Joseph and his mother knew not of it. But they, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their kinsfolk and acquaintances. Because after the Passover, you went back to your respective lands. You know, wherever land you came from. And when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem seeking him. And it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. That's the end of the show. With that, I say shalom. Come on, man. Yahushua himself was taught. Yahushua himself was in school, so to speak. I'm gonna read it again. It said, verse 46, and it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. So Yahushua was listening and asking the doctors of the temple's questions. So Yahushua was being taught when he was a child. Come on, man. Everybody has teachers. This is not even heavenly stuff, man. This is earthly stuff, man. This is basic wisdom. And you having a hard time comprehending this? Yahushua was taught. The scriptures teach us, man. Disciple means student. A disciple means student. The apostles was taught before they was apostles. They was disciples. They was followers, man. Aren't we the Lord's sheep of the house of Israel? Aren't we referred to as sheep? Don't sheep have a shepherd? Because if sheep was left alone by themselves, they would go astray. They'll be wandering. But shepherds lead the sheep to the waters. Come on, man. This is basic stuff, man. So it says, and all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I sought thee sorrowing. It says, and he said unto them, How is it that ye sought me? Wist ye not that I must be about my father's business? Because that's our goal, that's our focus, our father's business, Yahweh's business, man. We come in the lot of Yahushua, we about our father's business, so the things of this world doesn't concern us. Yeah, we maintain our lives, but our priority is this faith and this truth. Alright? So Yahushua was taught, man. Yahushua was learning from the doctors, man, of the temple. It said hearing them and asking them questions. This is Acts. This is another example. Acts chapter 22, verse 1. Men, brethren, and fathers, hear ye my defense which I make now unto you. And when they heard that he spake in the Hebrew tongue to them, they kept the more silence, and he saith, I am verily a man which am a Jew, born in Tarshish, a city in Sicilia, yet brought up in the city at the feet of Gamaliel, and taught according to the perfect manner of the law of the fathers, and was zealous towards the Most High, and ye all are this day. Paul was taught. Yahushua was taught. The apostles was taught, because they was disciples at first, which means students. Timothy was taught. Everybody in the scriptures was taught, man. You say you learned from the Spirit, right? The Spirit taught you directly. Well, guess what? We learned from Timothy. We learned from Paul. We learned from Peter. We learned from Yahushua. Those are men, you jackasses. All these epistles are letters, are teachings from a man named Paul, who the Spirit was on. Simple. It's logical, man. It's real simple, man. I guess when Paul sent Timothy out to the churches, they was just having an Israelite party. No, Paul sent Timothy to confirm the souls of the disciples, man, and to teach them, man, and to exhort them. Paul went to the churches to teach them, to exhort them. These letters is teachings of a man. Simple, man. But with that, man, I pray you brothers is edified and got some understanding on this topic. Until next time, I say shalom.